Hi guys, my name is Ubi and this is my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to be learning about, or not learning about, but learning how to make clip-in extensions. Clip-in extensions are super easy to make, and the reason I prefer making them as opposed to buying them is because I realized that there's actually quite a significant price difference between buying bundles and making them into clip-in extensions versus just buying the clip-in extensions and moving with it. And also I realized that some of the places where you buy clip-in extensions from, you don't actually get a full bundle in the one pack. So some places will scam you and they will sell you one bundle as two different packs, so you'd pay double the price. And yeah, like they're super easy to make, so I've always opted for making them at home. Like I bought clip-in extensions once that were pre-made and I was like, nah, never doing this again because you guys are scammers. First thing you're going to need is a rat tail comb. You are going to need a pair of scissors because yes honey, you're going to be cutting the weft. You are going to need clips. You'll need some thread and needle, and then you need your handy dandy straightener. And you'll obviously need your bundles. So these clips, they come in packs of 20s. I bought them on AliExpress and I paid about €2 for a pack of 20, so I paid €4 for the two of them. I think it came with free shipping and it arrived within a month here. I don't know how long it will take to arrive in South Africa, probably about a month to 2 months. These bundles, also purchased them on AliExpress. They are 18 inches of Brazilian straight 100% human hair bundles. It was about €21 per bundle, which works out to about 350 rand for a bundle of 18 inches. This is what the bundle looks like. It's quite bouncy and like I can very easily run my hands through it and stuff, and it's pretty straight. It's been like a little bit bent because of how I stored it. So now that I'm done telling you guys everything that you need to make your clip-in extensions, we can go ahead and start making them. So the first thing you want to do is unravel the bundle so that it's like a single weft and it's not doubled. And then you're going to need to measure the weft to the size of your head, which I feel like is also a perk of making the clipping extensions yourself because it's more customized to the shape and the size of your head. So what you want to do is start measuring on the back and make sure you leave out hair on the sides, because for me, how I do it is like I don't want the extension to go all the way to the end to the point where you can see it if you were like to move your hair up. So what I like is to be able to put my hair back like this when I'm wearing my clip-in extensions, and what you see is actually my hair and not the extension or not the weft, so that it looks more natural. And that's how I used to scam the kids. So you're going to take the weft and you're just going to start at the back, anywhere in the back that you want to start, and measure it to the size of your head. And where you feel like you're going to place it. If you want to be extremely accurate with that, then you can part your hair, sorry, not cut your hair. You can part your hair where you want to place it. So the first place that I think I'm going to place would be back there, and then I'm going to place the weft and measure it. And make sure when you're doing this that you pull the weft so that it's flat, because if you don't pull it, then what might happen is that you'll end up cutting it and it will be too long. So I've measured this piece now and I'm going to cut. So when you're cutting, what you need to make sure is that you cut on the end. So if you look on the bundle, you'll see that it's like stacked, right? They're like little stackings in between, so that's how it's made up. So what you want to do is make sure you don't cut in the middle of a stack, but cut at the end of a stack, and that way you're going to reduce the amount of shedding that happens, because if you cut your weft, shedding is going to happen. It's inevitable. I hope you guys can see that, but yeah, so you want to cut at the end of one of these and not in the middle of that. And you'll see that as soon as you cut your hair, you're going to lose some strands. Don't even freak out about that, that's so normal. And then once you're done, you can just put it back up and then see that you actually measured it properly and completed it. After you've measured and you've cut your first piece, you need to grab 2 or 3 of the clips depending on how long the piece is. This is quite a short piece that I'm doing, so I'm going to take 2 of the clips, and make sure you open up the clips, because if you don't open the clips up, you might end up sewing it the wrong way. So what you need to do is make sure that when you sew your clip onto the weft, I almost dropped it, sorry. When you sew your clip onto the weft, the clip opens up. If you sew it the wrong way, right, like the opposite way, then you'll end up not being able to use the clip and you have to take it out and redo the whole thing. So you don't want that to happen. And then you're just going to take your thread and needle and you're going to sew the clip onto the weft. So make sure you start on the inside, right? Because the end of your thread is knotted. So you don't want that little bit of a knot to be on the other side because it's not going to look neat. For the first one, I go through the weft just to make sure the clip stays on the weft. And then after that, you can go over and under. So like now, I'm going to go under and not through the weft. And this is also another way of making sure that your weft lasts for a long time without being damaged or shedding excessively. So once I've done looping it through the one at the bottom and the one at the top, the one on the bottom and the one in the middle, I'm going to loop it through the top so that I can do the other end of the clip, and then go through the actual clip on the top, and then again I'm going to go through the weft for the end of the clip to make sure it's secured fully, and I'm going to loop through the middle, through the end, and then back to the top where I will tie it up. So how I tie up the end is the same way I would when I'm sewing, like hand stitching something. So I put it through and take the part of the needle, the part of the thread that is looped in the needle, and take that and loop it on the other end 2 or 3 times, and then pull it. And that secures the end and you can cut it. So I'm going to do the exact same thing to the second clip. Now that I've opened it and made sure it's facing the right direction, I'm just going to close it up because it's easier to sew when it's closed up. I'm going to place it onto the weft where I want it to be sitting. And then I'm going to start sewing. So now this piece is ready to be placed on, and you just need to open up your clips, comb through the hair to make sure that all of the little strands that might have gotten caught in the sewing process go down to the bottom, and you can literally pop it in to see that it sits on well, and that you measured it properly before you go on to doing the other ones, especially if it's your first time. And we are basically repeating the process here. For this part, because it's coming closer to the top, I'm going to double it. Double the weft, that is. And just going to measure again. So I've measured how long I want it to be. And then you're just going to flip it over. And this is where we're doing the flip over method. I'm just going to flip it over, and then where this meets on the other end, I'm going to cut it. So in order to make the cutting easier, I've just opened up the part that I flipped, because I know that once I cut it, I just need to flip it into half and then, you know, sort it. Make sure you start on the side where the two ends meet and not the side that is bent, because if you start on this side and you mess it up, you have to start over again, because then these two sides will now not meet at the end. Hey BPTs, so it is the next morning. I'm getting ready for work. I finished making the clip ends last night and my battery died so I just went to bed, and I figured, well, it would have been a waste of time to put them on last night anyway because I wasn't going to sleep with them. But yeah, this is the one bundle of hair that I've made clip ends with. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces with the one bundle, and I feel like it's going to be enough for my hair to add volume and to add a little bit of length, because when I was doing the ones in the front, I realized that it's actually not that much longer than my natural hair, so I don't know how much length it's going to add, but it definitely will make a bit of an impact. Yeah, this is my hair, so we're going to straighten it a bit and then apply the clip-in extensions. I've just done straightening my hair and this is what it looks like. So try to keep this image in mind because we're going to put the clip-ins in and then you'll see the after effect. So this is what my hair looks like, all fresh and straightened. I'm going to put the extensions in now. So what I like to do is, when I make my clip-ins, I like to arrange them in the order of how I'm going to put them on. So these ones are going to go on the front and these ones are going to go on the back. And then I'm going to open them starting from the ones in the front, because I'm going to do the front last and the back first. Just so I'm not opening each single one as I'm putting them on. So I'm going to open it. I'm going to take the one from the front, open the clips, and then place it down. And do the next one, and this just helps the whole process of applying it go a lot faster, as opposed to having to open it every single time that you're about to apply one. I have no idea what that noise is, but I've literally just parted my hair where the clip-in is going to fit, and then I'm going to place it in from one end to the other. So you want to measure first before you apply it on, and just slip it into the hair and lock it, and there you have it. So as you can see, I have installed the extensions. It's added some length and some volume to my hair, but it's not too much to the point where if someone saw it, like they would think that it's obvious that I'm wearing extensions. Like, it looks really natural. I can do this with it, and yeah, this is what I miss about clip-in extensions. It just feels so much like it's your own hair, and yeah, like it's just nice and it's versatile. There's so much you can do with it. You can run your hands through your hair, you can flick your hair, you know, everything. Yeah, I'm super excited. Really love the way that it turned out, and the fact that I only used one bundle. As you can see, the hair is really bouncy and it's soft. There are no knots in it. I can run my hands like through the hair, and yeah, if you guys want to copy yours and also make your own clip-in extensions, don't forget that you can find all the details in the description box, because I got you. I'm not selfish. I'm not one of those people who's like not trying to tell people where they get their stuff from. You guys, I will plug you where I can plug you, no doubt. Anyways, that is it from me for this week's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, definitely give it a thumbs up, and also what you can do is leave a comment telling me what type of content you guys want to see, because at the end of the day, I'm putting this stuff out for your benefit as well as my benefit, just so you know I have a release. But yeah, like, I'm doing this for you guys, so you need to tell me, or I would appreciate it if you would tell me what it is that you wanted to see, and I will do my very best to make it happen for you guys. Until my next video, love and light.